things, but is there a source that all of these ideas for gender roles come from? If there is a source, what is it? Where do we get
Comes from
these roles
God.
from?
God himself, he made male and female, and he created a human man and human woman, and he joined them together for the sake of giving life and caring for each other. These are the two purposes given in the book of Genesis, why God created them and joined them together. So God is the one who authored these things, and God is the one who designed these things. And he did design man to be the provider and the protector. And he designed woman to be essentially the life giver, the as you say, the heart of the family. Sometimes people say the man is meant to be the head of the family, literally, the head, the thinker, and the woman is made to be the heart of the family, the one who feels, right, who has emotions. Well, that's not really fair. It's not really accurate either, because God gave them to each other as really partners, in a marriage, to perform these two services for Him. God gave them to each other to jointly give life, right? And it's a joint effort there, right? And God created them jointly to care for each other, and that He knew that they needed each other to care for each other. So they're both human, and they both have human souls. They both have intellect and will. Both man and woman are created in the image of God by nature. And they each reflect the perfections of God in a special way. So it's not fair to say the man is supposed to do the thinking and the woman is supposed to do the feeling, okay? I mean, let's face it, you're a married man. You didn't marry a woman with the idea, well, I'm going to do all the thinking, and you're not supposed to do any thinking. You just do the feeling, okay? And tell me what you feel, and I'll think about it. You didn't marry a woman with that idea. You married a woman whom you respected. If you didn't marry a woman you respected, that would be very foolish, wouldn't it? It'd be very foolish for you, any man, to marry a woman he doesn't respect. Just as it would be very foolish for a woman to marry a man she doesn't respect. The fact is that God, in creating man and woman, was instilling in them His own image, and He was, in a sense, giving them the two great factors, in a sense, we might see in the very concept of God Himself, loving Father. And men love, women love, but they don't love the same way. The word love is common to both of them, and it has an essential meaning that is common to both. But men love as men, and women love as women. God wanted it that way. He designed it that way. Women think as women, men think as men. They are not identical in that. God wanted both. He wanted them to complement each other. He wanted them to support each other. It's sort of like two eyes. When you have two eyes, you have depth perception. God wanted the two perspectives, the masculine and the feminine perspective. And God wanted them to be drawn to each other by that. There's a certain kind of mystery and complementarity, as I say, that draws them together. And they realize that together they're stronger than they would be individually. A man marries a woman because he believes she brings something to him that maybe he can live without, but he doesn't want to live without it. He wants her, be in his life. And the same with a woman. I mean, she's drawn to the man because she sees that he brings to her life certain qualities and certain goods that she doesn't have necessarily, not to that degree anyway. And she sees that he adds something to her life. And she might say, well, I can live without him if I have to, but I don't want to. And so they agree to marry each other. They'll be together as long as they both live. And for better and for worse, right? For richer, for poorer, sickness and health until death. Those are the terms of the contract. And that last part, until death, that's the hard part, right? Mm. But every marriage contract, every marriage, the vows always end with those words, until death do us part. Very sobering thought. So anyway, yes, the roles are fixed by God, and they are meant to work together, and they are meant to make a man and a woman stronger together than they could be apart from each other.
Mm.